So Swami Satyam he usually has something to teach us in every sentence.
Comment is that I don't believe in Kriyayoga. And how you will teach me? If I don't believe Kriyayoga, then some invisible force creates problem in me, then I start believing in this. Suppose that I don't believe in God. Something will happen, oh God help me, immediately it comes from inside. Therefore this is the Kriyayoga science of the present age. If you are not doing today, tomorrow you will do. If you are not doing tomorrow, you will do the next month, or next year, or next life. You cannot miss it. Like each wave has to merge with the ocean. No wave can say that, no, I am not going to merge with the ocean. Kriyayoga means ocean, means infinite. It is in fact the knowledge which includes all kind of knowledge is one. Our nature is to be with all kind of knowledge. Therefore, Kriya today or tomorrow will spread everywhere in each home. Therefore, nobody can go out of this Kriya. Somebody doing knowingly, somebody doing unknowingly.
What kind of equipment or place or building do we have to be in order to do Kriya Yoga well then?
Actually, we need desire, then building is created automatically. When you have the desire to practice it, you will find automatically meditation hall will be there. If nothing is there, the big building is sky is the roof, ceiling, and earth is a floor. You sit anywhere, you can practice it. If you do not have desire, you can be in the 7-star hotel, still you cannot practice it. It is our deep desire, that is our building, deep desire. If you have it, practice will be there automatically.
But we go to work, we have families, we are busy people. How are we going to get time to practice this?
In fact, when you concentrate on self, then we have big families. Lungs is one family, liver is another family, digestive system and kidney and bone muscles, we work with the family. Because when you practice, your knowledge and message is transferred to each and person of your family. Wherever you are like the sunlight. As sun is very far, light is coming here. Therefore, if you are practicing sincerely, your knowledge, your light, your peace is radiating everywhere. Unknowingly they receive it. Therefore, when you are working does not mean you cannot practice it. Lahiri Master demonstrated. Kriyayoga came through him. He was doing a job. He was accountant in military. And he was under boss. His boss was British person, superintendent. But he proved that I know everything, but still I decided to work under you. Therefore, Lahiri Master demonstrated, having a regular life, you can reach to the highest height. You can do the job, you can have your business, you can have your family, but you can practice it sincerely. If you have desire, then. Sometimes you are single, still you can't practice because you don't have desire. Sometimes we have a lot of money, we do not need to do any job, still we don't practice it. Therefore, everything happens with the deep desire. And desire comes automatically because it is our urgent need. Like we need breathing. If breathing we need, the air will be there. Our desire to know the knowledge. Therefore, Kriyayoga we are doing unknowingly. Therefore, when we start practicing knowingly, then we feel, yes, I was doing before. Like Mahatma Gandhi, when he got initiation, and Paramahansa Yogananda initiated him, then he realized he was practicing it from very beginning. At the age of 19, he was having all deep experiences of Bible, Mahabharata and Gita, interpretation which was given by Lahiri Maharshi. Mahatma Gandhi was knowing it. In his lectures, everything, it is when at the age of 19, he was explaining there was no fight. Fight is inside. At that time, Lahiri Maharshi never gave his lectures like that, but he was experiencing it. Therefore, each and every person journeys towards that infinite knowledge. Automatically, we are going towards that direction. Everything can be stopped, but our journey towards ultimate knowledge cannot be stopped.
That sounds like a very hopeful message. We need a lot of hope because when we read the news or hear the news, it's not very happy sometimes. So it sounds like there's a lot of hope in this technique. I've heard of Self-Realization Fellowship and I know they do Kriya Yoga as well. How is it the same kind of Kriya Yoga that they teach?
Actually, this is the same. What SRF teaching, this is the same. In this you will find difference because we are face to face and these lines, papers and books cannot answer it. When you practice here face to face, you can answer it. For example, when we say, now we have hope. Suppose somebody is crying, I don't have hope. That cry is digging hope. When you cry for something, I'm in stress, I'm in depression, I'm in tension, that is the process. That is called making a pathway towards the hope. Therefore, hope path is always present. Sometimes we don't see because we are crying, we are in depression. Therefore, you cannot realize that hope is not there. Because God is omnipresent, knowledge is omnipresent, therefore hope is omnipresent.
They have autobiography of a yogi there.
This is the Paramahansa Yogananda who taught the Kriyayoga meditation. He came North America in 1920 and he served 32 years. After that he demonstrated how Kriyayoga is working. And it is proved this is the same teaching which is taught by all prophets of all ages and lives. But disciples were created confusion that Buddha teaching is different, Jesus teaching is different, Krishna teaching is different. In reality, teaching is the same. Our misunderstanding created division as we think we are in Calgary, we are in Canada, and we are in USA, we are in Europe and Asia. Like this, the knowledge is divided by illusion. In fact, teaching is the one.
Guruji, I work in healthcare and I deal with a lot of people who have broken health. They might have cancer or diabetes, arthritis, they might be in a wheelchair, and then of course that also affects their families. And it's a stress and a burden on the family as well. Can Kriya Yoga meditation help with that?
Actually, Kriya Yoga meditation having perfect cure for all kind of sickness. Ashe, please come here. Linda ji also come here. You are the, okay, all right. What you are doing? Okay. Okay, okay. Then important point is that if you practice the yoga meditation, this is called omnipotent medicine. It is able to cure all kind of illness and sickness if we practice it. Practice it so easy that you can practice in lying position. If you are handicapped, you can practice sitting in chair. If you cannot walk, you can practice in sitting position, lying position, whatever condition you are. Practice is very simple and it has been demonstrated by many. If they started practicing, healing appears, healing comes 100%. Suppose that, okay, all right, somebody is telling, I am practicing but I am not healed. Try to find out that person does not know even what is Kriya Yoga. Sometimes in imagine we think, oh, I am one with God. Then I am one with God, it is imagination. I am one with God, there is no doubt, but I am not feeling it. Each and every occasion one with God, but we need conscious perception of it. In the same way, you have this thought, because I have read Kriya Yoga, I can speak, I can write, therefore I know it. In reality, it is not. If you know, sickness ultimately disappears, like when there is a sun, you will not find darkness.
In North America here, in the Judeo-Christian ethic that we have been brought up in, we're taught over and over again, we're just sinners. We're not any good because we've let Jesus down, or we've let the prophets down of old, and we're not any good. But you're not saying that. I hear something much more positive.
Actually, sinner meaning means, like we are children, we are not knowing how to walk. they have called the wrong name. Sin means just as ignorance. Ignorance is the basic concept. When I am born as a children of God, now we need to learn how to talk, how to listen, how to walk, how to work, how to serve. If you are not knowing it perfectly, then this is called the sin. Sin does not mean what we imagine. Sin represents ignorance. And ignorance is the root cause of this visible universe. If you do not have ignorance, we cannot see the earth. Earth is because of ignorance. Therefore, ignorance is important. Therefore, sin, what we think, we brought the Jesus down. No. Jesus cannot be brought down by anyone. You cannot bring the sun down on this earth. This is called the misinterpretation. Jesus demonstrated the pathway, how to feel presence of God all the time. We are children of God, and He came to teach us that all children of God should realize that Divine Father and Mother, which is called God, is one with them. They should not feel that they are alone.
Well, what does forgiveness have to do with all of this then? So if we're just ignorant, we're not sinners, like we're labeled, then there must be some forgiveness. How does forgiveness work into all of this?
Actually, forgiveness, suppose that we are standing here and after a few hours we feel some changes in the both legs, and try to understand what are the changes. Then changes we can say it is the power with the different dimension, it is the knowledge with different dimension. Therefore, realizing the truth is called forgiveness. When we say, okay, all right, I'm putting my finger in the fire, now I forgive it, no, but it will burn. Real forgiveness means bringing the light in self. By saying that, okay, all right, now I pray to the God, now whatever mistake I did, now this forgiven, it doesn't work. Forgiven is work only when you get the knowledge. Suppose that, okay, all right, I am falling down from the roof, my legs are broken. Oh, then forgive, the leg will be okay? No. You need proper medication. You need proper arrangement. Therefore, forgiveness is term we call the psychosomatic temporary relief, like sack-like medicine. Therefore, you have to learn the teaching of the Prophet that I and God are one. Then my arm is one with God. In our what you feel, it is the power of God. Try to practice again and again. This is called the science of forgiveness.
So God is within us then. So it wasn't just Jesus who could become a son of God or a child of God. It wasn't just Him.
Actually, son of God means, suppose that waves. Waves are children of ocean. But ocean is with the waves. In this way, it is God who has become all. Then you can say all are children of God, not only we. Animals are children of God. Plants are children of God. Atom molecules are children of God. We human being is also a special children of God. Therefore, each child is having different nature. We are having nature how to do research, how to feel God consciously. Like newborn baby there, baby does not recognize who is mother. When baby become big and have conscious awareness, see his mother, his father, his brother, his sister. In the same way, all children of God, we human beings are more enlightened children than we are having conscious awareness about God. This is the difference.
So would you like to say a few words?
I bow to you, Gurudev, and I thank you for your service to the world. And my name is Sue Diamond Potts, and I work as a psychotherapist in Vancouver, BC. And I've been a student of Kriyayoga and a devotee of Swami Shri Yogi Satyam for approximately 10 years now. And I have to say that it really has been the case that the practice of Kriyayoga has completely transformed my life. It was for me, it was the thing that I knew I had been looking for my whole life. And then when I found it, it was the piece of the puzzle that put everything else together. And it remains that way, the center of my life. And it's brought so much joy to my life, so much confidence, so much abundance. And everybody in our congregation who practices Kriyayoga manifests the same joyful service that Guruji models for us. Everybody close to Guruji, his family members, the monks, everybody that I've come to know are people that I admire very deeply, and I long to be like. So there's somebody I can look towards to continue to improve, to become the best version of myself, the person that I believe God wanted me to be. And I think with Kriyayoga, the scientific technique that allows me to do that, it's just been a great blessing. That's the only word I can say, is that it's such a blessing, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Pranam Guruji, I bow to you, and my words cannot express how grateful I am that I have found Kriya Yoga. I have found you as my master, my guru. Ever since I was little, I used to wonder why people are fighting over God. I was very small, but I didn't understand, because I knew there was only one God. So why are people fighting? And I never looked at myself as a person who would be depressed, and yet there was always a little bit of a sadness inside, and I didn't understand. Much later on in my life, I didn't even know what I was looking for, and through certain circumstances in my life, I was experiencing a need of medical help, but I believed that my body can heal itself, so I was looking for alternative route of healing. And I wasn't able to work, and alternative healthcare was very expensive. And then I found Kriya Yoga. And as soon as within a month of meeting Guruji, I went to the ashram. And I started to heal from inside and understand that everything that I need is inside of me. And to say something about the ashram, there is no place in the whole world that I know of that someone who is very sick can come to, and if they don't have the means, they can stay, and if they're really sincere about learning Kriya Yoga and follow Guruji's advice, they will 100% heal. That is my experience for me, and observing other people that come and visit. So my wish for the whole world is that they practice Kriya Yoga. There is a way to there is a way to find a place. There's a North American Center in Kitchener where they can come and visit. Guruji comes twice a year and conducts healing retreats. And that's quite the experience for many people who come. And then there is the ashram in India, Allahabad. So if you visit the website, Kriya Yoga website, we are being live every day. Guruji is conducting practices and talks, explaining the deepest truth in the most simple way for anyone to understand. So just visit the website and give it a try. because I guarantee you your life will transform and you will be feeling joy, and because we learn how to love our own self, then we can show the world what love is. And I'm just forever grateful that I can be with this family, because blood family is it's important, but we all agree that the spiritual family connects us in a way that blood cannot. So I bow to all of you. The website, can we mention the website?
Guruji, science. How does a scientific person who hasn't been brought up with religion and a faith in God, how does this relate to science? It sounds just spiritual, not scientific, if that makes sense.
If anybody is scientific in nature, they know it is science. Kriyayoga meditation itself is the complete science, because step by step anybody can listen, can understand, can practice. Scientific approach means not mystical. Scientific approach means anybody can learn it, anybody can practice. Like math and physics. Hello. Sound in like math and physics, chemistry, IT, technical education, medical education. This is all. Therefore, this is science. You should not have any doubt. God is science. What means God? How to increase knowledge and power, peace and joy. This is a science. Everything is a science. Even try to forget, that is also a science. I don't believe anything, that is also a scientific step. Then how to understand, how to believe it. First we deny, then we try to accept it. I never find anywhere absence of sciences in it, because everywhere is a creation. Creation is called science. Everything is preserved, it means science. Everywhere there is a change, it means science. I don't see anything other than science.
Thank you. So we'll leave our gathering. Thank you, Guruji, for coming to Calgary. But this isn't the end. You can find Swami Satyam on the website, and it's at www.kriyayoga-yogisatyam.org. I'll spell that. www.kriyayoga-yogi Satyam SATYAM.org. He also has his own YouTube channel, and you can get teachings and more philosophy and more understanding of Kriya Yoga from that. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.